Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we finished up super computers. One of the final two things we need to complete the last space elevator part and beat Satisfactory, the video game. So what's left on the agenda with the supercomputers done? Well, we're gonna need some adaptive control units, which need a lot of complicated stuff, but we already have all the circuit boards, computers, and heavy modular frames. Or at least we automated all of the heavy modular frames, but then a bunch of trucks randomly disappeared for no reason, and yeah, that's something we'll deal with later. Main point being that we only need one more thing here, which is automated wiring. And we need 750 automated wiring per minute, which is fine. We have all the parts we need ready, we just have to find them and bring them way over there. You know, I really do wish I put some signs around here, because my goodness, it is hard to find where I built stuff. Like over here, I finished up the supercomputer build from last episode by adding a few details, and man, my life would be so much easier if I did this earlier. But here we are, looking for a stator. Ah, here we go. There's our stator factory. And we are going to have to grab 375 of these bad boys per minute to make things work. Then we're gonna need 7,500 wire per minute, which we also have done. The bad thing here is though, is that we have wire everywhere. And I don't know which sources have been tapped or not. Ooh, actually look at us, we just found one. Here we go, the one thing in the entire biome I color coded, the wire. Because I knew today would come, and I was worried about today, but I was prepared for today. 1,404 wire per minute ready to go in these two bins, which is like what? Almost 20% of the stuff we need. But yeah, that's a little nightmare we're gonna have to run around and figure out. And the last thing though, is high-speed connectors, which we have built in the grand field of manufacturers over here. And those will be easy enough to bring over. But then with all these things, we want to bring them over here. We need to build 100 manufacturers in order to get the amount of automated wiring we need for the project. And this little corner at the end of the biome is the only place left for us to build, because everything else has been taken. Except for at the front of the biome, but that's where we're gonna make the final part. And the places that look empty, well, guess what? That's a lie. Wow, they just deload. Along with some items on belts, apparently. That's a new one. Update 8 things, am I right? Okay, so where do we even begin with a project like this? Well, we know at least where everything's gonna be, and at least everything is already made. And another great thing is we built a truck station here, so we can bring some stuff to and fro with trucks, as long as they don't disappear. But what scares me the most is the wire. We have wire everywhere, and we need to bring over, like, what is it, 7,000, like 10 belts, yeah, 10 belts of wire to the other side of the biome, when everything is this packed. It is gonna be an ordeal and a half. First, of course, is just finding the dang stuff. We found the dang stuff. What is this? 900 and so wire? Why? Wait a second, did we just find all of it? I don't remember using any of this wire for anything, did I? He has some steel production rate next door. Am I crazy? I'm crazy. Where's the steel? I'm losing my mind. Oh, we have found the wire, so it doesn't matter what I lose. We got 1,080 between these two bins, another 1,080, 1,400, plus like the 950. How much wire is that? 4,500-ish? Okay, bud. That is a big number. That's like 60% of all the wire we needed. And earlier, we found on the other side of the biome, the other 20%. So there's just one last little source of wire somewhere around here. Oh, plutonium powered tractor, where do we go? This way? Okay, plutonium tractor, I will follow your lead in this direction. We shall find the wire. Wait, I see orange. Oh, there it is, bud. The plutonium tractor never lies. This has to be the rest. So step 1 complete. And best part about the wire down this way is we can just bring it up here, and then I have this huge belt highway that's carrying all of this quick wire. But it bypasses practically the entirety of the factory and goes right back to where we need it to go. So belt work wise, that's no problem, brother. Wait, and it's the same deal for this wire we found earlier. It's right next door to the same belt bridge. Well, well, well. That makes my life very simple. I thought I was gonna have to like tear up machines, overclock, do some weird stuff, but no. It's just an A to B. Yes, I saw the platform was missing. It's fixed, we're fine. Let's go deal with the rest of the wire. Okay, how do we bring all of those bins over there? Well, past Kibitz was doing some stuff with rubber that just saved our bacon. There's a whole bridge right here. Can we just do the same thing? We just stack all the wire up here, bring it on over, and then, oh, and then it gets weird. Okay, two options. We could bring the wire down this way, but this is already looking a little busy. Other option is we bring the wire going straight on down, but then to where? Off to the left? Oh gosh, this is terrible. Okay, let's just not think about that at all and just focus on stage one. Bring the wire from down there to up here. And we even have this cool empty pit where we can do all of the belt work. Right, Mr. Chu? Right, so we'll build ourselves a little frame thing, like here. Up, thank you. Connect that to the bridge. Then how much wire are we dealing with again? I think it was 4,500, right? Yeah. So how many belts is that? 4,500 divided by 780 for Mark 5 belts. 6 belts. No debate at all. So just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and we'll have that wire over in no time. And in classic Kibitz fashion, I lied. That took a lot of time. Mostly because when I was working, I realized I had to grab like 100 or 200 wire from a setup in here. So I brought all that wire like all the way around and then up to that main wire highway now. But then aside from that, well, there was really no good options when it came to bringing the wire all the way to where I wanted. And we had to make a mess. And it constantly surprises me how things can get worse and worse and worse. But at least now we have the majority of the wire. And the other wire belts weren't as much of a hassle because we already had the infrastructure. Except there do be a problem. A massive problem. One I could have never predicted. We have 2,808 wire per minute within these 4 belts, right? And then across the way, all of the other belts ended up here. And we have exactly 4,529.25 per minute. The decimal point is for over underclocked machines. The main thing is here, you might be noticing something. That this number doesn't equal 7,500. Somehow, somewhere, we are short 162-ish wire. Fantastic. Another belt of wire that has to be brought over here somewhere. Okay, what options do we have? We have this big bridge here. I know there's a copper node over there. So maybe Mr. Kibitz was like, hey, let's just bring that copper to base and then we'll see what to do with it. Maybe I didn't need it. Maybe there's an empty truck station with just a bunch of copper for me. Oh gosh, that's the copper I was talking about. No, and it's being used for something. Oh no. I think that was my only hope. Oh, great. No, there's another source of copper. And the funny thing is, I set it up as a nicety to myself, and I actually turned the copper into wire, just so I could have a little bit of extra copper around, you know? Because we just had this really nice normal copper node right there, so I brought it into all these machines, made a bunch of extra wire, and now it's sitting nice and pretty right over here. 1,200 wire per minute used for nothing, and now we need it. Except now I want this wire to go to over there. And I can tell you this much, we are absolutely not belting it. So we're either gonna use a truck or I guess we could use a drone. How's the truck option looking? We have a road right there. Build like a truck station out. That wouldn't be too difficult. In fact, we have the sip and scoot right there. So we don't even have to worry about fuel. And the truck could come through this highway here, go down the ramp, go on a little loop-de-loop, and then into this new truck station that we built recently. And we have 3 stations open. So you know what? That's looking like the play, except, you know what? We have this weird space here, and it's calling for a drone. Now, in 99.99999% of circumstances, this would be the worst idea ever. Why would you ever use your precious batteries for something you could transport with a truck? Doesn't make any sense. But in our world here, I have automated hundreds of extra batteries per minute, just so I could use them in some convenient projects. But like gamers do, they hoard the most valuable thing they have, and they never end up using it. It's like having like a hyper potion and you wait till the Elite Four of Pokemon to go and use it. It's like, why don't you just use this at any other point? Well, now we're using it. We're gonna set up a drone here. Bring the items down this way, across here, and then up into that tower, and over to the place we needed to go. Oh, but look at this. It's even like a perfect amount of space for a drone port. The only possible problem we have is batteries. Oh my gosh. They're literally right there. The universe is thanking me. This was it. This is always the play, to transport the wire with the drones. It's actually all working out. We're gonna use drones to transport wire. Oh my gosh. This could even work with our little walkway system we have here. This is purely aesthetic, but this should perfectly connect right to here. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, this was meant to be. You know, in a way, it kind of pains me, but in a way, it's also beautiful. We've made it to a point where I've set up a drone system to transport 160 wire per minute across a biome. Living the life of luxury. But it is now all here, getting stored, ready to enter all of the manufacturers. So that is the next step. Oh wait, no, that's only the wire. We only got the wire. There's the other stuff. I mean, after getting through the hardest part of this project first, the other stuff is gonna be a breeze. And yeah, the highest speed connectors that are just right here, they're gonna be easily belted over. And you know how we saw we had some extra truck stations earlier? Well, how about this? The stators are just right over here. So we're gonna belt them just over this way, down to here, and then to one of our free truck stops. And then we're gonna truck them over. Beep, beep, I'm on the streets. Now look, that wasn't some pleasantry. That means get the heck out of my way, brother. Dang right. Gotta get this stuff shipped so we can get our 100 manufacturers online. And oh boy, it'll be a situation here. Good news, bad news time, oh boy. Because now that we have all the items, we have to balance all the items. So we're using this recipe, right? Requires stators, wire, and high-speed connectors. Well, we need 750 automated wiring, hence the 100 manufacturers. But that also means we need 375 stators per minute. Well, we got that. And more importantly than that, that can all fit on one belt. Same story with the high-speed connectors. But then, 7,500 wire does not fit on one belt. We gotta balance these bad boys, so at least we can make them full 780 belts, and then we'll be one with change on it. I've done this a few times before, so I'll do it again. And I'll just set up a stack overflow thing here. Yeah, so pretty much one belt enters the first thing here, right? Doesn't matter how many items are on it, because then the next belt will come in, stuff this line so it's a full 780, but then this line could probably not be a 780 line. So you just repeat the pattern. New belt comes in, boom, bumps this one back up to a full 780 belt. It goes out, and off we continue until we reach the last one. And after all is said and done, it looks like the last belt is gonna have about 480-ish items on it per minute, which is fine. Eventually, these 780 belts are gonna be 750 belts, and we'll combine all of the quote-unquote residuals into one final belt somewhere that goes into a production line. Because now the plan is to make 10 separate systems of 10. So if we have 10 manufacturers in one system, that'll take 750 wire per minute. We'll bring one of the balanced belts, plug it into the system, and then we'll remove 30 from the system. Or at least we'll let it overflow out. So we'll have the 780 belt of wire go in. We'll have some of the wire go into the main system. We'll have that set to any, and then an overflow to some subsystem of residuals. And according to my numbers, that should all work out. Means all there's left to do is build. And in a perfect world, we can just have 5 of these manufacturers in a nice straight line, and then we don't have to worry about anything else, as we can mirror another 5 on the other side. And I guess if we extend the platform just a little bit, that should work out. We don't want to extend it too far because of the glow and go over there, which is a little bit of a spicy environment I'd prefer to avoid. So for now, we just hold that in position, line it up, make sure we're good, and off we go. Oh, and it seems we have a bit of a twist to the plan. I thought the belt work would be the difficult part of this project, but no, building these manufacturers is a little weird. So I've just tried spacing them out to kind of gauge if we have enough space or not. And fun fact, we do not. I managed to get, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 systems there. Could probably get another 3 built over that way. So what's that, 7 systems and manufacturers? Maybe I can finagle things to have 8? Long story short, I don't think we can fit 20 manufacturers in here. Because with this part of the biome, I only want to go north. I don't want to extend either to the left or to the right. It'd ruin the aesthetics. So we're gonna have to entertain an alternate solution. Can we easily fit an extra 10 manufacturers up here? You know, wow, this is actually a huge amount of space. Maybe. Do I have a blueprint for like a mirrored version of this? I do, excellent. All my blueprints, by the way, are available on Patreon. Right now, just wanna make sure they even work for me. We put one down here. And if we could get like 4 per side, I'd be happy with that. If one of the machines has to be overclocked, so be it. And I think that will be the case. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easily can fit the other 4 on the other side. Good! One more system done. Other system. Not here. This will be belt workspace to bring items to there. And then I guess we have this space. It's gonna be weird. We always want to leave ourselves a free tile just for miscellaneous belt stuff. Yeah, this looks like it could work. Okay. 2 there, another 2 there, 2, 4, and then 6? Look, can we get 9? Like, I know I just said I don't really want to expand out too much, but this is a extraordinary situation. It should still look good at the end of the day. We can fit the 3 here, nudge it into place. Okay. It's gonna be a bit of a belt nightmare. Actually, no, this will be fine. All of the wire we need for these systems is probably right here. We already have the high-speed connectors on deck, and then we need the stators, which we could just belt back this way. That's actually a great solution. And okay, yeah, the belt work did end up being a little bit more weird than I expected, but it worked out. Now we have all of the items we need going to where they need to go, and then all of the outputs scooting back to the main grid of systems. Not bad at all. And yeah, it does look okay. We had to have like some kind of decoration there, but we can figure that out later. For now, that's great. Items, now moving and grooving over to the other belt highway, up this crazy tower, and into the field of manufacturers. 80 manufacturers as far as the eye can see. It is beautiful. Always is with these giant setups, and I made it work where we have 80 set up here. It was not easy, took a little bit of overclocking, but overall fit the same theme where we're just trying to get 10 per system, just so the wire is simple to deal with. Now the simple times are over, and it is time to actually bring the wire into each system. How do we even go about something like this? Well, A, this belt doesn't even have 750, so we will put it into the pit for now, and somehow, I don't know, we'll just, I have no idea. We'll just combine them all together, maybe here, and all the residuals will end up here, and it should equal 750 items per minute. Okay, let's pretend that's the case. Let's deal with some easier stuff right now, where we have 2 belts of wire over here. Now we'll just go into there, and you will come with me, scoot up here, and then go into, I guess you're gonna go into here then. Kind of makes more sense. Then this will be the corrupted residual line. Now over here, we just have to make sure that we can get everything all over the place. In some scenarios, it'll be kind of simple. We'll bring this up, that'll go over, and that's practically done, aside from the clipping. But now we have to bring over all the rest of the wire down into this area. So we have one system here, one system there, another, and then another. We're gonna have to stack up the wire belts or something. Oh, and then all the while we have to dodge this line, which is an output line. We can have some of the automated wiring going out here and to our truck station later on. So right now, since we have this one giant belt in our way, let's do this. We'll bring a huge zoop thing up there, We'll do the same for each of these lines, for measurement purposes, really. Then over this way, we prepare the output, so we know where the heck we're going, all the while dodging that one other line. Then beside everything, we have the output lane, so we kind of know where everything's gonna go. Because one belt will definitely go into this system, and then the rest of the belts, I think, are gonna sneak around and go over top of these mergers and stuff. And that will kind of unlock the rest of the area. That will go to there, this will go to there, circle on around, and it's looking fantastic. Do the same for the next one, and then I think you guys are starting to see where the party's going. Another big thing is, though, that each of these lines is a 780 belt of wire. So we're gonna have to put in a smart splitter somewhere. Since we have this long belt line here doing practically nothing, we'll start extracting 750 per minute from this area. Then it'll go down here, scoot down this way, and then into the pit. You just have to remember for each of these that out the front is gonna be any, and out the side will be overflow. That way that whole system will work. Using that logic, then multiplying it by 10 different lines, and a splash of oopsies. And then we have this horrible nightmare of wire belts. And again, it's crazy when you scale things up, but the logistics are simple. It's all just a bunch of these overflow belts. And I double checked the math, and yes, once everything is brought back together, we have the corrupted pit line enter this one system, and it all equals 750 per minute. All the decimals, all the extra numbers, the whole 9 yards. It's perfect. Aside from all of the, well, the aesthetics. The belt work, you know what? I'm not a big fan of it, but there's a point at which where it's just like, brother, you gotta get her done, okay? Like with this, why don't I just line this up with these other things anyway? The little things, you know how it is. Oh, speaking of the little things, the other items that are not wire and not a pain in my butt. Well, we don't have to worry about them too much, right? They can all fit on one belt. This is all one giant overflow system. All the items go into one splitter, go into the system, then split up again, go into the next system, etc., ad nauseum for 100 different manufacturers. And the only thing left to do is to turn it all on and watch it come to life. Our 750 automated wire per minute. So once we connect this belt, our little high-speed connectors will feed into the system and we'll be done. Oh man, and you know what? I keep this as a 270 belt just because I like the aesthetics of having the green circuit boards on the black belt. And I was gonna do the same actually for the automated wiring, but we're making so much automated wire that I actually can't. We're making 750 of it per minute. Like, this is gonna be insane. Wait a second, was this a little overkill? This was definitely overkill, oh my gosh. But all right, come on, where does this all end up anyway? Oh wait, we already making some? Bro, too fast, too furious. Right, it should be ending up in a truck. So there it is. One of the final, I think 4 things we need, off to the truck station and ready to be shipped off to the final assembly line in the world. And that'll be for next time. For now though, I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching, but have a fantastic rest of your day and bye-bye.